but it was still pretty catchy.
It was catchy.
Yeah.
You can't beat the OG.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty. I did think of a character idea if we ever play D&D. Alright, we return to the last story. Alright, in the last part we had Ashtar and Therius join our crew. And now that we have a big party, we're gonna be crashing the castle. Zangurak, we're coming for you. And for all the ladies and guys, enjoy the butts.
That ass. It's funny.
For everyone that likes male butt, we got male butt.
I'm sorry. It was not my intention to pry.
I think I want to meet the person who did the artistry, just to be like, you spent a lot of time contouring that butt. Hey, I can appreciate a good butt.
Mm-hmm. I see what Callista sees in him. She likes the butt.
She was a little iffy until he turned around and she went,
All right. I'll go on a journey with this mercenary.
So like, I'll follow him.
The merc that could twerk. All right. So anyways. Oh, yeah.
It's all that squatting he does.
Yep.
Are the biggest threat. Take them out first if you
He has to. He's sneaking around.
Zale, mind your surroundings. You can't win if you strike out
All right.
blindly.
Zale, my magic has a lot of range to it. If you
So I
need
got
my
some
help,
snipers
let
up there on the balconies.
me know. Sniper.
I can either take them out with my crossbow, or I can have Yurik take them out with his magic.
Okay, cover me.
I also got to keep an eye on the enemies coming in the forefront. And I see the dark counter, so that's a mage. I definitely want to dispose of him. Knock you off the cliff. That'd be nice. No, I already got him daggering. You don't have to worry. Like, I got it.
Go away.
It's like, Dagrin, defend the rear.
You don't want me to tell you what to do, but you're not doing shit.
Exactly. I got this one. All right, so now I'm giving orders. Heal and flare. Yeah, flare. There we go. On the sorcerer. There we go. My mage is better than your mage. My mage is twice as good as yours is.
Oh, so like, what would we be if we were in this category of like fighter, mage, wizard?
Oh, our class?
Yeah. What classes would we be?
What class would I be? I don't really know, to be honest. Because I like to think I'd be a thief, but I'm also not very stealthy. I think I'm stealthy, but then it just happens. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not stealthy. So, like, maybe a bard?
I could see you being a bard.
I could be a bard. I'd have to really practice the vocals, but I could definitely be a burn, butcher, burn!
Right?
I could be a dandelion.
I don't think the Dandelion's second tune was as good as his first tune, but it was still pretty catchy.
It was catchy.
Yeah.
You can't beat the OG.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty. I did think of a character idea if we ever play D&D of a bard who traveled to the future, gathered some of the hits from the future,
And just like
and then he sings, so like he'll be in jail and be like, just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
And then they'll be like, what's South Detroit?
And the guards will be like, stop that nonsense, and it's just be like, your grandkids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Oh, they fling poo at me?
What's it sticky?
It's sticky and
Did they
goofy.
fling something else?
I don't know, but look at the ogre. He's got like nails all through his spine and shit. Yikes! All right, your turn. What would you be
I don't know
in
what I
a
would
fantasy
be.
setting? If you were to do a D&D session, what class would you pick? Would you be a mage? Would you be a rogue? Would you be a paladin? You wouldn't be a paladin.
I don't think I'd be.
You're
a
too
paladin.
anti-religious and
Yeah.
authority for a paladin.
Facts.
They're very devoted. Would you be a necromancer? Perhaps a druid?
See, I don't know all
One
the
with nature.
classes. I feel like a druid would be a really good choice. Just because they're kind of secretive, magic, very naturey, loner.
Would you be an assassin?
No.
You're too clumsy.
Yeah, I'm way too clumsy. Anything that requires stealth, balance, or quiet.
Let's just...
Nix that right now.
Yep.
What's a rogue?
It's basically a thief.
Okay.
They're a bandit.
I could
They
be a
can-
rogue.
Require stealth.
I could be a real clumsy rogue.
Okay, you can be a clumsy rogue.
Feel
What
like
about a cleric? I mean, they're fairly religious, but they're also healers.
I feel like my nose.
But they are, like, very religious.
Meh.
So, like, probably not. I'd have to look through, because, like, there's quite a few.
I could definitely see druid. If
Maybe,
it's
like, an archer?
I have real bad. Definitely.
Okay.
Like, is a druid very similar to, like, historical druids?
I'm not familiar. Like, I can't really say. They might be. Ooh, you could be an alchemist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with it being an alchemist.
Yeah. You'd be an alchemist.
I would definitely want to be someone that's not fully a team player, but,
Okay.
like, likes to help the team from, like, the back end.
Well,
So, like, I'd be down to, like,
in the
make
sense
someone a
of being
potion
in,
and be like,
an
here.
actual, like, fantasy world, that's fine. But in the case of D&D, it's always better to just be along for the ride.
Yeah.
That way you're not like, okay, there's a cave over here, and everyone's like, we invest the cave, and it's just like, I sit here and sulk and observe the trees.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, that's neat, developing your character and all, but the plot is this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be cool with, like, alchemist or druid.
So there we go. I'd have to sit down with you and, like, show you, like, all the classes
Yeah.
and races you can be in,
Because I know, like,
D&D.
some things in fantasy, but I don't really know all of them or what they entail.
Yeah. I wonder if a pirate's one would be a pirate.
But a land pirate, because I don't really like water all that much.
Your first love be the sea.
What's a pirate's favorite letter? R. Aye, but his first love be the sea.
Oh boy. Gotta get this ogre down. He's crushing my crew. I only got 2 lives left.
Oh.
Hang in there, Zale. Everyone else seems to have 4 lives. It looks like I'm doing all the work. Yeah, look at Dagrin. Hey! Therius, Dagrin,
You're-
Callista.
Yorick has like 6.
Like, I'm the only one taking damage here. Some team, huh?
Nail mohawk. He's like a lion.
In a way, yeah. Well, the Gurak in general have very, like, lion-like features, I've noticed.
Yeah.
They're very much like the Beastmen. Oh, we haven't even talked about that. Like, when you're playing D&D, you don't want to be a human. You want to be, like, something else, something you're not normally.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to be, like, a tiefling or a gnome?
It's a teeth.
Kind of like demonic.
Ooh.
Half demon and stuff like that. Could be an elf, a dark elf. I think they're called drow. A drow.
I feel like it'd be a fairy. Like a type of fairy.
I wonder if fairies are in D&D.
I don't know. I just know
Be a
fairies.
goblin.
Fairies are like little tricksters.
Yes. That'd be kind of cool. A trickster alchemist. I combined this shit and made you a sword of rubber.
Have you ever been slapped by like a hard piece of rubber? Shit hurts. Like.
Oh no. Last life for Zale. Come on, Yorick. Kill this son of a bitch. I ordered you to kill him earlier, but you didn't. So now either do it or I'll shoot him myself.
Fine.
Yeah, he keeps hitting Yorick.
Myself.
Fine. I'll do it myself. That was Thanos after having a pack of marble.
Yeah, marbles.
Sorry about that.
That's funny. I feel like Thanos would smoke Newports.
You think so?
Yeah, they're like the ghetto cigarettes.
Perfectly balanced.
Ew.
Should be.
I smoke Pansy cigarettes. Which I'm okay with.
I've never hit a joint in my life.
Oh, it's not a joint. A joint and a cigarette are very different.
Oh, well, shows what I know.
Yeah.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Either or.
Yeah.
I've never touched that shit. I've been a victim of secondhand smoke.
La-dee-da.
La-de frickin' da.
Yeah, I started smoking, doing door-to-door sales.
Don't smoke. It's bad for your health.
Hate it. I smoked cloves, though.
This feeling.
Okay.
It's him.
Do you mean to
Alright
say
then.
that you feel it too?
I don't know what that
Master
means,
Zayt?
but congrats.
General.
It's,
I fought him the other day.
like a
when
spice.
Zangurak attacked the
Oh,
castle.
okay.
You did well to survive.
Did you
I
smoke
hate to
from a
say
pipe?
it, but he let me go. But this
I
time,
have a pipe if you'd like to ever
No,
put
that's...
some clothes in there and
I don't do that anymore.
have some old Toby.
No, there we go.
Have some old Toby at home.
It's really funny because like my
Loosens the nerves.
like big boss, he smokes and like he'll go outside and I'm just like, part of me is like, wow, I kind of miss it, and then I smell it and I'm like, like, it makes me actually nauseous.
Yep, it'll do. Ooh, I got Brave Greaves. I wonder what those look like. Moment of truth. Who wears the Brave Greaves?
I think Yorick is the only one that hasn't changed clothes.
Yeah. Let's try this. Oh, okay. Stealth Greaves. Well, that's neat. Yeah, there we go. Yorick, you're one of us now.
You changed your pants.
You changed your pants. All right, we got a boss fight coming up.
It's funny that the only thing that they've changed so far is their pants.
I can change their top, but again, it's not making a difference in their stats. So why would I?
Oh. I do it just because I'm like, oh, I don't like the way that looks.
There's Zangurak. Take the shot. Yeah, you can either approach him and talk to him, or you can shoot him and he'll summon this monster.
Oh.
So, like, fun fact, if you talk to him, eventually you instigate him enough to summon the monster. But if you take the shot, he summons the monster and you bypass that cutscene.
Oh. Okay.
So, like, he usually does, like, explanation of plot, monologue, these are my ambitions.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, I'm gonna shoot him now. He'll be like, all right, summon the cat now.
Like, I definitely understand why the bad guy always gives, like, this big, long speech about what they're gonna do. In, like, a reality sense, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you tell your enemy what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's so that the audience knows
Yes.
what he's gonna do.
Because, like, when enemies are just evil for the sake of evil, nobody likes that. They don't have a plan. They don't have a motive. They're just like, destroy everything, and then
Yeah.
they get shit done. It's just like, well, that's kind of boring. Whereas if there's just, like, a motive, or
Yeah.
a backstory, or even, like, a tragic past,
Right.
that helps fuel the understanding for the audience.
See, it makes me wonder. So I've recently started watching The Boys. The show The Boys.
Yeah, go on.
And, like, the main...
While we fight a warping kitty.
Yes. The main, like, big bad is Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, so I'm, like, in the middle of season 2. So far, he doesn't have, like, a big, long, tragic backstory or anything like, but he is such a good villain.
Okay.
Like, he just turns your stomach when you see him. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And, like, all of the other heroes hate him as well.
Yep.
So it's just like, I don't know. I think you can have a good villain without,
Much depth.
yeah.
Okay.
So just based on their actions. So like evil for the sake of evil. Because you don't always have to like the villain or relate to the villain, but they need to be a villain.
Okay. I can roll with that.
So, because that's like Cruella.
Hear that,
de Vil.
Disney?
Yeah. Because that was the thing with Cruella de Vil, was like she was just a bad person. She was just a villain. She wanted to kill puppies for their fur.
Yeah.
And then like she gets her own backstory that like this big, long, relatable, tragic backstory that makes her
My
less
mom
of a
was
villain.
killed by Dalmatians.
I know, and it's just like, what the frick? Like, no, just stop it. Sometimes you're just a bad person.
Yeah.
Like,
Some men just want to watch the world burn. Alright, so about this boss fight. This is Marbus. This is his guard lion. Marbus the lion. And he's very fast. He can warp all over the place. You gotta grab one of these bombs and smack him to put him in a daze. That way you can actually attack him. He'll also call in some reinforcements. And as you can see, the area gets a little crowded. So it's kind of hard to keep track of a warping cat when everybody else is in the way.
I feel like this is Luna when her food bowls need filled.
Yup. This is the Luna boss. But, yeah, I hear you watching The Boys, and I'm just like, not my kind of thing. And I just sit in the other room, because, like,
again, I'm
still kind of over like, the whole kind of, like, cynical look at superheroes and stuff like that, and kind of like, oh, this is the politics if superheroes lived in the real world, and I'm just like,
yeah.
We did that for Kicks and Megamind. We've done that in the Zack Snyder movies. It's basically the plot of The Boys, and also apparently the plot of Invincible. The cartoon where it's just like, think, Mark, think! Where that meme came from.
See, I think the thing is, I haven't seen a lot of those.
Okay,
so it
like
hasn't
maybe
it hasn't been beaten to death for me yet.
It's beaten to glue for me.
But it's not even like...
whereas
I
don't even like the idea from the standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm just like, not my thing.
I was iffy about it, and then the person who recommended it to me was like, don't judge it by the first episode, like, keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like, while I'm watching, it's... Spoilers if anyone's watching The Boys. Again, I've only made it to, like, mid-season 2, so...
But if you want to spoil...
I mean, they're not, like, massive spoilers. But it's
wise.
like, the heroes are shitty. Like, they are shitty people.
Yep.
But it's coming out now that they didn't always used to be shitty people. So it's like they genuinely wanted to be heroes and save people and save the world and do good things. But Homelander basically has made it so that they can't.
Okay.
So like they have to have PR teams and press releases, and everything
Yeah.
they do has to be on video. So like they can't stop a crime if the team isn't there to record it yet. So it's really made them almost desensitized to being a hero, like what they wanted to do. So it is like neat, I guess, in a way. I wouldn't.
On the surface, again, from like the
Yeah.
little snippets, because I just don't like it.
I mean, there's a lot
The
that
little
I
snippets
don't
that
much
like I
care.
catch, it just for me is just like, what if a character like Superman or Captain America
Yeah.
was just an egotistical douche?
And that's what
And
it
I'm
is.
just like,
They're
yeah.
all like they are all based off of like the actual superheroes. Like
Yeah, I
Homelander
gathered
is
that.
Superman.
Yes.
You know, they have Aquaman.
Like the
who's called the
Injustice
Beast.
games did that.
Like,
And like
they're all just wrong enough.
that idea is not new. In fact, it's very modern.
Yeah.
Because like
definitely
there's
can.
most people don't like Superman, but to the
Yeah.
point where like they always want to just like
Vilify
degrade him
him.
and vilify him. Yeah. To where it's just like I'm kind of over this.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the.
But again, just me
Storytelling.
and my taste. I'm
Yeah.
just like, nope,
Well,
not for
because
me.
even at that, like, I mean, I went a few weeks after watching the first episode to watching the second episode. And even at that, I'm doing other things while I have it on. Like, it hasn't captured my attention enough that I stop what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, like, I finished crocheting my blanket
Yeah.
while I was watching it. So, like, it's not something that I am super into. So for anyone that's like, I freaking hated The Boys, cool. For someone that's like, I loved it, awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Like, I'm indifferent. Like,
Okay.
I don't think it's amazing, but I also don't think it's crap.
Okay. Whereas I'm just like, I know this isn't for me. I know I'm not going to like it. I'm just going to stay away.
Yeah.
Because I know my negativity's not welcome here, and I don't want to shit on someone's parade.
Yeah.
As
I
much as
mean-
it sounds like I want to, there was a phase in my life when I was just like, I'm going to shit on this person's parade
Yeah.
because they like this piece of shit. I'm past that now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you like it? Cool. I don't. Like, I have some
Yeah.
people that are very adamant about loving the Aladdin remake, and I
Oh
hate that fucking movie. But I'm just like, that's cool, man. I'm glad
Like,
you could
you're-
find enjoyment
yeah.
from that movie.
Like, you're
I
allowed-
could not.
You're allowed to like other things.
Yes.
In the same breath, though, that means you have to be okay with with liking something someone else dislikes.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Did I say that right? So, like, you're allowed to like it, but I am also allowed to dislike it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep.
So that way, if someone is like
Like the last story.
yeah, Because I know.
And it all comes full circle. We always bring it back to the game we're
Somewhere.
talking about here on
Well,
Gaming
because I
Cats
know,
and Dogs.
Phil really, really likes this game,
Yes.
and I didn't.
Whereas I enjoy it.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't like this at all. Until I started watching you play it. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. I just don't like the actual gameplay aspect.
Oh, it's hectic. Even when I was playing, I was like,
yeah,
fuck, I remember this being
it's a little
more
too
simple.
yeah, it's a
when
little too confusing for me.
And not simple
I
as
know,
in
that's
difficulty,
my-
just simple as in like the complexity of everything going on.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, I am one person.
And I think like it's okay to have like a lot of lights and stuff. I noticed a lot of the games that I've been playing have a lot of lights and a lot of flashy things during battle. But it's like every single character has a circle of light around them. Every single character, like every bad guy has that little stream of light that so that you know what they're looking at. And it's too much.
Yeah.
Like it's too much to know what's where, what's going on. It was just a little bit much.
To where like if you grasp it, you can have fun with this, definitely.
yeah.
But like if you're confused, I completely understand why.
But it would be as though like, okay, Phil, it's cool. Like you like this game. That's awesome. I'm glad you found enjoyment in it. And it would be like, oh, it's okay. I understand why you don't like the game. I can see your side of it. That's okay too. Versus like, what do you mean you like this game? It's a piece of trash. Like, nah, don't shit on someone.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't like this game? This is the best game ever made. Well, we beg to differ.
Because like there's some things where I'm just like, it's a piece of trash, and people are like, it's all right.
Yeah.
I have yet to meet someone that's just like, I love Rise of Skywalker. It's usually just, this is a piece of shit, or it's fine.
We were talking about The Mandalorian at work, me and a coworker. And I was just like, I loved The Mandalorian all the way up until the last episode when they brought in the freaking Skywalkers. And I didn't realize that there was a customer that had just walked up. And he was like, that was the best part. And I was like, no, you're wrong.
Honey.
It was friendly. It was
Okay.
like a friendly exchange.
Oh shit, Dagron got his ass beat by Zangurak, so Zangurak got away. Maybe you should have stayed with the rest of us, Dagron, and took on the giant kitty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see. Well, at least you're safe.
So for a moment there, Dagron was being scolded. Ashtar's just like, why weren't you with your allies?
Zotherius, the Gorak
I don't
Company
trust
is the one
Dagron.
to protect.
Okay.
He's hiding something.
You think? Okay.
All troops, prepare to return to the fleet. Yes, General. That goes for you too.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like General Ashtar. He's very much that rigid old, like, I am what the Night Code is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And times are changing. But I still uphold the old law.
The party fled the battered Gorak.
All right, so there we go.
base
We are
and
done
boarded General
with the
Astar's
Gorak
ship,
side
which
quest.
would take
Okay.
them
Well,
back to Lazarus
It's not a side quest. We're done with the Gorak base portion of the story for now.
Okay.
So now we're returning home, which means yeah, we're gonna see Seren and Lowell again.
My favorites.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Notice how I was like, this game's not that bad. And we haven't seen those two characters. And
Yup.
I'm like, I'm kind of liking this. Because those two characters are just MIA.
Yep. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Alright, so we're sailing home.
Come
And the plot
sail away.
thickens.
Come sail away.
Where's Lisa?
She was with us until we came aboard.
Huh.
Probably wants to be alone.
Lisa's missing.
And the fact that Dagron is saying probably wants to be alone
General.
makes me think
He
you
was
did
calling
something to
Lisa.
her.
Well, he was calling
Oh.
her Lady Callista.
You think he's a bad guy. See, I just thought you thought he
Sorry
just
we
had
didn't
some
tell you
secrets
sooner.
that he wasn't
I
telling everybody.
think that he's doing what the stereotypical captain does.
Okay.
He's got the crew to think about,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to make sure his crew stays safe. So he's going to eliminate
Now you mention it. it
whoever
makes sense.
he thinks
Still quite
is
a shock,
going
though.
to hurt his crew.
His crew. Okay.
So I don't think that it's coming from the place of like he's a villain.
Okay.
I definitely think he has secrets, but I think that he either said something to her to be like, you need to go. Or he is like hiding her somewhere.
Okay.
And being like, they don't want you here.
Oh.
To, quote, protect his team, unquote.
If I hadn't been there, I don't know how.
Because, like, I'm definitely seeing how, like, it'll make some tension because Zale's like, friendship
We
or
should be
love.
thanking you.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll
Your
be
actions saved Lazarus'
much
arm.
harder
We all know they go for love.
if
Like,
Dagran's,
yeah.
like, driving the wedge between them.
yeah.
That mark on your right hand.
Ah.
Lisa,
He has a spooky smile.
He does.
Lady Calista,
Ah, I see you have the power of the outsider.
power. The
Hard grin. There we go. That's a little better.
There we go.
about the
It's not
outsider.
as creepy.
Just the name.
Ah!
Oh, back to that.
You can use that power properly.
Could you imagine just talking to someone like that, and they're just like,
But
I think that
it will be
That's-
great help to you.
that's what it's like when people smile without their eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just death in his eyes. Like, there's no emotion there. But just like this big ass smile.
Well, yeah, that's a huge hang up with like video game characters. It's
Yeah.
just like
You can only do
unle-
so much.
when you go for more realistic designs, your eyes are still going to be like puppets.
Yeah.
That's why like those Robert Zemeckis movies, like The Polar Express, Beowulf, A Christmas Carol,
Why
like,
they're all so creepy.
they're dead-eyed
Looking for something?
because it's part of that uncanny valley.
Well, I think there's.
Whereas in 2D animation,
When
there's some
you-
of that still
Yeah.
life in the eyes.
Well, because like when you smile with your eyes, it's like your eyes squint a little bit and your eyebrows change. So like, versus, you know,
Yeah.
like
Did Wesker fart on the other end?
I
of the-
think he did. Oh
no,
no,
he's whimpering.
he's pupper nightmaring.
Aw,
Callista!
He's having a dog mare
he's having a dog mare.
or a good dog dream that
She
he's
was crying.
Yeah, maybe he's chasing a squirrel. Aw.
puppers.
There she is. Well, Dagran, if you're hiding her, you did a very poor job.
Didn't notice me.
Because she's kind of just out in the open.
Callista.
I feel like he told her that they didn't want her along for the ride.
Okay.
I feel
Look
like
at this shady fuck.
I feel like he's gaslighting her.
Full cloak?
Eh.
Alrighty.
He goes, "You don't see me."
Hey, want to buy a sundial?
I know. Wesky does. No.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to go give him pets after.
Yeah, gotta give him pets at the end of this
I was
episode.
looking for you.
You might be onto something because she's very distraught.
I knew I'd just get upset if I saw you again. Don't worry about me. I won't run away or do anything reckless again. You should just focus on your own dream.
Although she's very sad about having to go back home.
Yeah.
I know that.
I wish you all the best.
She just feels trapped.
Yeah. Well, again, I feel like she thinks that. I feel like it's all the
Listen.
stereotype.
Yeah.
This
So
is
she made a
right.
mistake.
I can't let you go back to the
Team
castle.
captain blames her.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Guy that brings her along feels bad. Feels like it's his
I hate
responsibility.
seeing
Yep.
you so sad.
So, and then captain tells her like, "Get the fuck
I just wanna
out."
see you
Mhm.
smile.
And then she's like, "Okay." And then everyone was like, "Where'd she go? She abandoned us."
Okay.
Promise. I'll take care of you.
Wait, Zale, where are we going?
We're running away together.
Because that's a good idea.
Gotta cross off that cliche.
Yeah. Which they're not bad cliches. Like,
No.
they do work when they're
Oh,
done well.
absolutely.
Why
But
won't you listen
it's
to me?
very predictable.
I
Oh,
want Callista to stay with us.
okay. Nope. Eh. Nobody seems to share that sentiment.
Zale, think. She's the sole daughter to the mighty House of Argonaut. Don't you get that? Yeah. But you know what will happen. She'll be forced to marry that obnoxious Ponce the moment we get back. I just can't stand by and let that happen.
I like
know
that
what's
nice
up.
little bit of
Zale's
eye
getting quite
contact.
audacious, isn't he?
Trust
They're
me.
like, oh, we know where this is
It's gonna
going.
be hell to pay.
And Yurek's like, I don't like the repercussions of this action.
The only people who know she's here are us and General Astar. I can persuade him. So, if everybody agrees, we can...
No.
Ooh.
If anyone finds out, it's not just you two on the chopping block. You'd put us all in danger for her. Is that what you want?
Oh.
But Dagran!
It's okay, Zale.
Callista!
I'm truly happy you feel this way. But Dagran is right. I don't want to be any more of a burden.
I feel like Dagran's implying it, but he's not outright saying it. Basically like, hey, she gotta go.
Yeah.
Without being mean, but he's standing his ground.
Yeah.
We're almost at Lazarus Port. Are you ready to disembark?
Alrighty. So here we go. Let's disembark
Then let us head back.
and return
Attention,
Lady
everyone.
Callista.
We will shortly be docking at Lazarus Port.
And then we get to meet Count
It has been an
Organon.
honor
Ooh.
sailing with
Mm-hmm.
you. You are all to relax
wake
and
up
enjoy
our-
yourselves.
Yeah, wake up our
Oinking, oinking dog.
Our little
That is
oinking
all.
little puppers.
With a heavy heart, Zale pondered his options as the fleet approached the island.
Alright, hang on one second.
Are you gonna rub his belly? No. He gives a little sniff, a big old stretch.
Big old snoot.
I always wonder, like, am I waking him up from a good dream or a bad dream? Because, like, I'd be really sad if he was, like, rolling around in wet dog food, chasing squirrels and getting pats on the head.
And you woke him up and his heart
And
sinks.
he's just like,
oh, I'm not a puppy anymore like I was in
I
the
know.
dream.
But, like, if I wake him up
Okay, hold
because
on.
he thinks he's alone.
Excellent
Yeah.
work as
Like-
always, General.
Alright, there's Count Organon.
Thank you.
They look like brothers.
Oh, you might be onto something.
You lot, stop right there!
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Zale!
I've discovered that this man, using the chaos to his advantage, tried to abduct Lady
shit.
Callista. I also
sure.
have information stating that these people helped the Garak, allowing them to steal our precious magical tomes.
What? You're wrong. Uncle, they wouldn't.
My poor Callista. Did they threaten you? You're safe now. No need to worry. Throw them in the dungeon.
Sir! Hold still!
What are you doing? Let me go!
General Astar, you wouldn't want to tarnish your good name by defending
Damn.
them.
Eh.
Nothing the general can do.
Zale,
Plot twist, the knights are corrupt.
Oh, you know. Whoa.
Zale and the others protested in vain as they were taken to the dungeon beneath the castle.
Alright, so
They
now
found that Lowell
we're gonna go
and
into a
Seren
prison break.
had already been
Oh, and by the way, this is where Lowell and Seren have been.
They've already been in
They're
prison.
already in jail. Apparently, as soon as the attack went down and everything cleared, they nabbed those two and said, where are the others? They're aboard a Garak fleet. Well, we'll wait for them when they get back. Because they have the Count's
Zale
niece.
saved that girl's life. I'm pretty sure that kind of thing shouldn't land you in the slab.
Seren is better dressed than Zale.
I know.
No doubt he's been
Oops.
filling the Count's head with ideas.
I'll wager we're infamous throughout the castle by now.
That's one way to make a name for ourselves.
I got you all into this. I'm sorry.
Ah, it ain't your fault. If it comes down to it, we can bust out.
Oi, there'll be no busting out. It's not like the Count believes everything.
I'll say this
Durand
about
tells
Lowell.
him.
Womanizer as he is, at least
But
he's
you
an
won't ignore
optimist.
an
Yeah.
accusation
Whereas
from
everyone's
Mr.
just kind of like,
Nephew
we fucked up, or,
Which is
Yeah.
oh, this is the life. Lowell's just like, it ain't your fault, we'll get out of this.
Yeah.
Count wants a word.
That is the one positive I can give
See
Lowell.
what I can do.
He's the optimist of this group. Whereas Zale's not so much an optimist, he's just naive.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dagrin's being interrogated. So they're going to go one by one. 2 hours later.
I know.
Promised I'd rescue him. Now look at me. There's nothing I can do. Damn it!
I find it interesting that they're all in one cell instead of split up.
Yeah, that is very odd. For gameplay purposes, it's so you can talk to them all, and
yeah.
There's also a shop in here and a save point.
You can buy stuff and, you know.
I made this out of some rat turds and decrepit old bones. All right, folks. In the next part, it's our turn to be evaluated.
Toodles!